Hello and welcome to the second part in this creative makeup series. All looks are inspired by the natural world. So I'm starting this look by just applying a normal foundation base. Then I'm going to start to block the edge of the eyebrows. Now I want to change the direction of my eyebrows. So the first thing I've got to do is apply some red lip liner pencil to disguise that dark hair colour. Then I'm going to use the Meron mixing liquid to just press down that hair texture and keep it nice and flat, and to set it in place I'm just brushing this straight over the hair. Once that's dry, I'm going to use some MAC block powder on a powder puff and firmly press the powder down onto the brows. This will help to keep them nice and flat and again disguise that hair texture. Next I'm going to use my Le Maquillage palette, which is a lovely thick waxy based foundation, and I'm going to start to press that product just over the part of the eyebrows that I want to conceal. This is going to be a process of building up layers, so I'm going to continue to do this over and over until I get the concealing that I want. Now it doesn't matter that the colour doesn't completely match, because I can go back later with my foundation and blend that in. Between each layer I'm putting more of that block powder on, and you can see here that I've moved to a slightly smaller, stiffer brush, and I'm just patting that product down, building up those layers. For that final layer I'm just doing again some patting action so they don't disturb all of the product underneath, and I'm patting my normal foundation colour, so the one that blends with the rest of my skin, just over the top and around the edges, and this just helps to really conceal the edges of those brows. So moving on now to use my Ben Nye blusher palette, and I'm using that really dark shading colour, that really dark brown, to just add a little bit of extra drama to this look by heavily contouring around the edges of the face. I really want to create an angular effect, that effect of an upward motion on the face, so I'm going to do that with the eyebrows, but I also want the cheekbones to follow as well. I'm bringing a little bit of that same powder down the edges of the nose, because again I really want to emphasise those contours on the face. I'm also going to bring this product using the same brush over the eyes and underneath to add a little bit of definition on the eyes. Now, still using that Ben Nye palette, I'm going to start to apply the red to the outer corner of the eye and underneath. I'm just kind of putting this on roughly at the moment because I am going to go back at a later date and continue to build this up. Now, using the Illamasqua pencil in Sophie, I'm going to apply some pencil under the eye and along the top. I'm colouring this along that lash line really roughly because I'm going to go back and blend this out later, so it doesn't matter what it looks like at the moment. To add definition to the eye, I'm just going to do a short flick line, and I'm using the Barry M felt tip pen liner here. This is just my basic eyeliner application, nothing particularly fancy. To create the new eyebrow shape, I'm spraying some of my MUA fixing spray onto a small angle brush, and then I'm using a generic brown eyeshadow powder to just kind of create a painted effect so that I can draw that new shape in. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to follow that line that I've created on the eye with my shadow and just continue to draw upwards and outwards. I'm also going to add a little bit of a hair texture to the eyebrow, so going back and drawing in those little fine hair lines as well. So the first layer of my lip colours will be the MUA lip liquid in the colour Reckless. So this is the deep red colour, so I'm just going to paint that all over the lips on the bottom and the top. Then I'm adding the black around the edge, and I'm also going to start to colour in from the edges. So I'm just going to leave a little bit of red in the centre of the lips. I'm using the Ben Nye Black Cake Liner on a very small lip brush for this, and I'm just being extra careful. I'm feathering that black inwards ever so slightly, and as I say, just leaving the red right in the centre. Using the Meron metallic powder in copper, again with a little bit of that MUA fixing spray on my brush, I'm just applying just to the very middle of the lips, and I also added a little bit of this to the inner corner of the eye as well. I'm also going back and just intensifying those dark shades around the eyes. This is with the MUA black eyeshadow powder in Smoke. I'm going to just intensify that underneath and along the top a little. To complete this look, I've added a little bit of mascara to the top and bottom lashes, and I've also intensified that red just on the top of the eye again as well. And here is the finished look. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I will see you next time.